Bloggers from Minnesota will be connecting next Saturday, the 7th annual MN Blogger Conference, the event taking place at St. Paul's Concordia University. And today we're getting a preview. Jen Kane is the owner of Kane Consulting. She's here with a preview of her topic, how to become a fierce and fearless blogger. Welcome. It's good to have you here today.
Thank you for having me.
Well, I know you're excited to be Keynote. What is a fierce and fearless blogger?
Well, I think that if you were started blogging maybe 5 years ago, you could get by with what I call kind of a sound of music sort of strategy to your blog. You're kind of standing on top of a mountain and you're singing your song about whatever you're talking about, whether that's on behalf of your corporation or your food blogger. And over time, if you were a high-quality blogger and you were pretty consistent, over time you would start to gather an audience around you, like little Von Trapp children. So the problem is that today there are 3 million blog posts published every day. So simply being consistent and capable isn't really going to cut it. So in my opinion, bloggers need to step up a little bit to the plate and be more fearless in their approach and more fierce in their execution.
What constitutes a successful blog? What are you doing to be that successful?
Well, I think it varies from person to person, and depending on what your goals are for your blog. For some people, it is to gain some thought leadership and to make themselves stand out from the crowd. For other people, they're using it for lead generation and to build their business. And some other people are just using it to share information with people and educate people. So depending on what your goal is, you're still going to have the same main focus, which is to get an audience for the content that you are posting.
For people who make their living doing blogs, there are some things that they do religiously, so to speak, to make them work. And what are those things?
Well, I think it's important that you be consistent with content, and that the content is content that people are looking for. So it's very important to do active listening throughout social media and on message boards so that you have a sense of what people are looking for in the content that you're creating.
Interacting with the people who are following you.
Exactly. And then when they're saying, I find this particular topic really striking, well, great, you can go back, write a blog post about that, and feed that directly to the audience that's looking for it.
Monetized blogs, people make their money off of advertising, and they're based on clicks then. What are the successful ways that people are doing that these days? What are the categories that do best?
Well, again, that kind of varies from blogger to blogger and the type of clicks that you're looking for. I mean, obviously, you want people to come and look at those ads, but you want them to engage with the content that you have on your site as a whole. So it's still important that the content that you have on your site is of a high quality. Otherwise, if it's a bait and switch, and I say, come take a quiz about who's your Disney, spirit sister princess, and that's all I've got for you, then you're maybe going to leave before you click on any of those ads. So you need to make sure that you deliver on the promise that you've used to attract a person.
What do you blog about?
I blog about digital marketing and communications in general, with a focus on social media, and a little bit on storytelling and how to use storytelling as part of the content mix that companies are doing.
And those are things that help you become a better writer, obviously a concise and clear writer with all of that.
It is, and it helps you to connect with your audience more. If your blog is more than just you spewing facts and figures, you telling stories for other people, it's going to make people connect with that content.
Well, Saturday's event is great because in addition to your expertise, other expert bloggers are going to be there sharing their wisdom as well, which is really wonderful, and it's such a good opportunity for people. Cost is really minimal for this, actually, for the entire day.
It's a very affordable event. And what I think is great about it is blogging is a very kind of lonely pursuit. A lot of people do it by themselves. So I think this event not only gives people the education, but helpful in building a sense of community.
Thank you for being here today. Good luck with the event.
Thank you.
You can find details about Saturday's MN Bloggers Conference at carol11.com. Look under the Shows tab and the News at 4. Well, Belinda.